Mm, all right. How the hell are we gonna start this one off?
Like normal, whenever you're ready.
All right.
Hey everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Why Are You Still Here?
And today we have something to tell you guys. We're very opinionated people, and sometimes our opinions tend to go against the grain. Today, Brandon and I are going to talk about our unpopular opinions. Bing. Wow. Right on the money with that one. That was pretty easy.
Indeed. Yeah, this one's it's don't take it too seriously. It's just us having a bit of fun. I mean, we feel the way that we're gonna talk, and we're just gonna be saying, mentioning anything. It's not cut off to any certain category. It could be movies, TV shows, drinks, food, life, you name it. And if you like something that traditionally people dislike, or you dislike something that traditionally people like, then we're going to talk about it. And please don't hate us for it, because traditionally people like the stuff that we're going to say that we dislike or like.
So indeed. I think as I sip my coffee here, I'm going to start off with with a topic that we feel differently on, obviously. I don't really care for Starbucks. I think it is so overrated and way too expensive for what it is.
Bye everybody.
Every day that Brandon is at work, he goes to Starbucks. And I'm pretty sure he went to Starbucks yesterday and sent me a picture sitting on the bench comparing himself to Licky Licky. And I think he was waiting for his Starbucks or something. Serious? Am I right?
No, I went to Bubbleology.
I was close. But anyway, my point stands is that almost every day at work, Brandon will go to Starbucks and get some kind of sandwich and some drink. And sometimes
I haven't been doing the sandwich thing recently. Really? It's just been the drink for need of energy. If we had a different coffee shop in the mall that we work in, sure, I'd go there, but we don't. We're confined to one.
Yeah, well, as far as coffee is concerned, I think I should just get a can of ground coffee and throw it in that bad boy. It's so much easier. It's so much cheaper. It gets the job done. And
you're eating ground coffee,
not eating it. Slapping in the filter, like just making a regular pot of coffee.
Anybody watching
at home
that is capable of commenting and likes to do it, tell us, did it seem like Lucas was eating his coffee, or am I just insane?
It's like I just smile and there's a whole bunch of coffee.
Or is it both?
In my teeth.
That would be funny, actually.
That would be that'd be pretty funny. But as far as buying coffee, if I have to go out and get it, I'm more of a Dunkin' Donuts kind of guy, for sure.
Interesting. I disagree, obviously. All right. And I'm gonna be honest with you as well. Mm-hmm. That was a hot topic for me, but I don't think that it will be for everybody. So you're probably safe, because I get the feeling that only like half of the population likes Starbucks. So so you're good.
All right, cool.
We might be safe on that one. I have one that's gonna make somebody probably burn down my house. So you ready for this?
Let's hear it.
And how did it taste?
I don't know.
I don't like chocolate.
Really?
Yes.
Like not even one bit?
Nope.
Wow. So on Halloween, what do you eat? Like Laffy Taffies?
I like sour
Fun dip?
candy. We've talked
Okay.
about this.
Oh, I hate sour candy.
Oh, I know. We've talked
oh,
about
oh.
this.
So bitter, hurts my tongue. Warheads
I
are
love it.
disgusting. Wow.
I can eat a warhead. I wish I had one sitting around. I can eat a warhead and my face won't change. I
Ugh.
can make it so my face does not change. And
Remember they had
and
Warheads
warheads
Extremes that came in like the green pouch, I believe.
oh yeah. See, I
Ugh.
don't think that that's sour. That's like my superpower. I wish I could be that way with hot things.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, sour things. I love it. There's the most sour candy in the world that's out there. And it's like so sour that it's like it makes you like, makes your jaw clench shut and you can't
Ugh.
like get it unclenched for a few minutes. Like it's just so sour that it feels like an assault on your mouth. I would be up for trying that
That's
because
disgusting.
I don't think warheads are sour. And
Ugh.
and yeah, so I'd be
Wow.
all
You know,
about that. But yeah, I like sour stuff. I like caramel or caramel. I like a lot of things. I like white chocolate, which actually isn't even really chocolate. Don't tell me. Um, but yeah, regular chocolate. I'm just not about it. I am not about it.
wow, I love chocolate. And it's some of my favorite, candies are chocolate based. But believe it or not, I actually
Believe it
but
or not, Lucas doesn't like sour things. Anyway.
yeah, that too. But also, believe it or not, I like dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate.
Oh no. I swear, this man drives a woman's car.
General Motors is making no bones about it. They think that this Trax is targeted at women.
What?
I'm only throwing
Oh
that
my
in.
God.
I'm only throwing that in just for the sake of this. He drives a woman's car, he drinks Diet Coke, and he eats dark chocolate. Is this not a middle-aged woman right here that we're seeing?
Oh, don't put it like that.
Obviously, I don't really think that way about
Oh
the car,
my
but
God.
everybody seems to, so I figured I would just
Yeah,
throw
they
that
do.
in there.
While the rest of them drive a Jeep and a Chevy Cruise,
Oh,
which
God,
are
I'm
also both girls'
I'm
cars.
so sick of those types of cars.
And
I
then
swear.
and then the one who drives
that's not a part of this, but
and then the one who drives the Jeep has a girlfriend who drives the Buick Encore, which is the Buick version of my car. So it's like everybody has everything. That's all girls' cars. I don't understand. So unpopular opinion, I as a man love my girl's car.
Indeed.
That was funny. So I don't think I really have anything else food related I wanted to say other than I if it's made right, which happens like on the 3rd of the month on like a blue moon every 5 years, and Burger King makes their food good, it's really good, but that never happens. As far as like fast food is concerned, because I was just thinking of food things, and every now and then I'll have a sick craving for like that disgusting cheap flame broiled Whopper taste. And that's like a total guilty pleasure place, because the people that work at like the Burger Kings that are all in my immediate area are a real strange slew of characters. That's all I'm gonna say. Like take our bottom of the barrel and multiply it, and that's what you get around there. So I tend to shy away from it. It's very scary with them handling your food. But every now and then I have this sick, twisted ambition to go there.
What's the unpopular opinion that Burger King is good?
Yes.
Okay.
When it's made right, which it never is. So I won't go there.
I feel like you're contradicting your own point.
Isn't that like my whole character's feel at this point?
I guess. Maybe stick with one. Be like, Burger King sucks. Unpopular opinion, but you know.
You know what? I fucking do not care for Taco Bell.
Oh, No, yes, you do. We've talked
I mean,
about you're all about Taco Bell. Get out of here. This is getting cut out.
I have all these things that I enjoy from there, but like given the choice, I'll honestly take McDonald's like almost every time.
You are so weird. You're like, now you're just becoming a caricature of yourself at this point. I'll be like, hey, Lucas, I don't like the Halloween movies. And you'll be like, yes, you do. And I'll be like,
well, my only gripe with Taco Bell was that when I lived at the school campus, like that was like the only place that you could eat at that was open late. Yeah. And I just ate so much of it in like a 4-year time span, and I got so like fat in that time period that I just have this disdain for the food. Like I just get an immediate stomach ache when I think of it.
That's not really what I'm looking for here. That was you liked it so much that you got sick of it.
All right, fine. Then we're gonna go to the next one then. I don't want to say this one yet because it's too divisive. And
well, I'll go.
It's gonna make the beginning
I've only
of this
done one
like
so far
too shallow. So go next.
Okay. This is not gonna be a surprise for you or anybody that knows me. But I cannot stand summer and hot weather. I just
I agree. I'm not a summer guy. I'm a very, very late summer fall guy. And then even early winter is tolerable. Late winter, January, February, I really start to get angry. But overall, I totally agree with you.
Good.
I don't like to be hot. I don't like to be sticky and sweaty. I don't like to have to look for shade. I don't like to have to squint all the time. It's uncomfortable. Yeah.
So uncomfortable. And that's the thing, is that I can be miserable. I say this all the time. I don't think I've said it on here yet, though. I can be so hot that I'm miserable, and I can also be so cold that I'm miserable. But I will take so cold I'm miserable any day over so hot I'm miserable. Because guess what? You can't rip off your own skin, but you can always put on a coat. Or
that's the
gloves,
argument.
Or a hat.
Or on that
scarf
topic,
or whatever. Yeah.
When it's wintertime and it's clearly cold, I don't like people who wear basketball shorts and a hoodie and don't wear gloves or a scarf or anything. You're cold. Stop trying to look cool,
Yeah.
And
I'm a little guilty of not wearing gloves thing. Not because I'm trying to be cool, but because I always lose any gloves that I've ever owned. Yeah, so
I'm pretty good with keeping my gloves around, but
I know the people you're talking about, though. They're walking around in their t-shirt and their sandals and their shorts, and you can tell they're freezing. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish here.
The only thing I can think of is like, when I was a little kid, I remember not liking to bundle up, so to speak. You thought you looked kind of like a geek, with gloves, mittens, a scarf, the boots, the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
Like even snow pants sometimes you needed it for recess, I mean, it really doesn't snow as much as it used to. When we were kids, I just remember it snowing so much more and it's in so much more volume.
Yeah, it depends.
But anyway, my point is, even up until like high school, like I felt self-conscious of it because people would, maybe it's just like a little kid trying to prove themselves in a really stupid way kind of ordeal that just carries over into adult life. Because as we realize, according to Bowling for Soup, high school never ends. So so
very good.
I agree with you on that. The summertime, I don't care. Like even summertime activities, what do? We're at work all the time anyway, and we just enjoy movies and media. So it's not like our life changes substantially based on the weather. If you're like an outdoorsy type, so essentially.
I just remember when I was a little kid and my dad dropping me off at school and him being like, because he knew that I would always undo the coat, I would always unzip it. And he'd be like, I'm going to be watching you. Don't unzip the coat. And I'm like, okay. And then I walked and I waited until I got around the corner and then I would unzip it. or unbutton it or whatever. And he ended up seeing me one specific time. He was like, I saw you. Yeah, you weren't sneaky enough. And I was like, damn. But and I've looked back on that a couple of times, and I just don't understand why I cared so much. I guess it just had to do with the looking cool thing, because I'm sure I was cold. So I don't know. I don't know what my problem was.
Yeah, I agree. I've done the same thing. So, yep. All right. I still don't want to do that one yet. That's too hard. Not too hard. I mean, it's too. You're gonna go insane. Uh, here's one that we both agree with. That is an actual really
And keep in
unpopular
mind,
opinion.
don't try to find something that's like would be shocking to the other person. Like legitimately,
No. It is a legitimate.
like
When I
hot
say
takes.
it, when I say it, you're gonna agree, and it's something we've discussed many times. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Just by the way you
So-
said it, it seemed like something that was gonna make.
Well, I just wanted the audience to like get really involved. Anyway, so here's one. Brandon and I both share this sentiment. We don't like online games. We prefer single player games, story based, and enjoying it by ourselves.
That's an unpopular opinion right there.
There are certain games that I like to play online, or certain games that I like to play like split screen or co-op with people. I don't consider that online gaming as much. I'm talking about competitive lobby based shooters, mainly
Call of Duty. Yeah.
Fortnite, what have you. Like all the Rainbow Six games are
Battle Royale
online
games.
based. So yeah, I don't even
I don't
look at
get
that.
it.
The last Call of Duty I got was like Black Ops. I was in high school at the time. I think it came out in 2010.
God, yeah, that was a long time ago.
And I haven't bought a Call of Duty game in 11 years. And I have no sick, twisted ambition to do so. I was sick of them because keep in mind here, as for reference, as I always have reference for everything.
Of course.
I have been playing Call of Duty for I've known of the franchise a lot longer than a lot of people have been alive that might be watching this video, even people we work with. This is where my Call of Duty collection starts and ends.
God,
so I've
that's
been
more than I could ever dream of owning.
Yeah, and I got sick of them after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After 7 games, I was done. I couldn't touch them anymore. But I've been playing these since they've come out. I'm done with them, and I don't think they're good games. I mean, these ones I enjoy for their own reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, hot take: online gaming not for us.
I will say that in Call of Duty's defense, and I've never owned a single Call of Duty game.
Really? Okay.
Ever? Nope. And back in like high school, my friends were all about zombies and
even I never liked that mode. I thought that mode sucked. I didn't really have fun with it.
I never got into it. And prior to that, there was Medal of Honor, which seems like a series that just disappeared. And I played.
They tried to revive it, and it didn't really take off. It was Medal of Honor was really popular in the starting off in the PS1 era, continuing over to PS2, and then late 6th generation, early 7th, because Call of Duty 2 actually is a launch game on the 360 in 2005. So Call of Duty dates back a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I the only thing I can give them is that they sort of use like the Call of Duty engine for the Quantum of Solace for PS3 and Xbox 360. And I think that worked out really well. So good on you, Call of Duty, for that. But other than that, I don't like you.
Yeah. So we'll cross that one off the list. Online gaming sucks.
In that same category, I have one down as well. And this is nothing new, especially if you watched our first episode. And really, it's probably in every episode somewhere. I don't like buying video games or movies digitally.
Oh, all right. Well, I can
you know.
cross that off the list.
Okay, perfect.
Have that on there combined with just streaming in general. Not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'll do it if I have to, if that's my only option.
Yep.
And outside of that though, I'm like, and people love it so much, but I am such a you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess not snooty necessarily, but I'm just such a
Purist.
I don't know.
Old
I don't.
fashioned.
I just expect no. I just expect my movies and my TV shows to be at a higher quality than what streaming gives me. I'm just like a snob, I guess. I'm like a quality snob.
which is funny because so I mean we do agree on that topic, and I knew we were gonna have some that were similar, but kind of bouncing off that one, which literally is what you just said. I now this one has to be explained a little bit. I don't think DVDs are inherently terrible. If there is a Blu-ray, if there's a Blu-ray and it's not priced into oblivion, I'm obviously going to get the Blu-ray. But as a gateway, like I say, I can go to Disc Replay. I can get like 15 movies like for $1 a piece, and they're decent movies. You watch them. If you like them, you can go get the Blu-ray for $10 or $15, what have you, afterwards. But like when I was completing the Jason collection, I'm not paying 30-40 bucks for Jason X on Blu-ray or Jason Goes to Hell. You can kiss my ass. And I'm also not paying $160 for the box set. I got all the movies, with the exception of 2 of them on Blu-ray, which is the same release.
I
basically.
paid $160 for the box set.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. But in this case, like maybe another unpopular collector's opinion in that respect, I don't mind piecemealing collections if I have to. The only box set I've ever got for like Harry Potter, for example, is the standard Blu-ray box set, none of the special edition ones really. And for 4K, I have the first one on Steelbook, the rest are on the regular releases because I had to have them all. And I think that's better than even the collection box set that they release. So I'm okay. I don't need to have the super duper edition. But as far as like the DVDs are concerned, I think it's good to see a movie. You can see it that way for like $1. You like it, go buy it again. But and it's also fun to go and pick up like a whole big stack of horror movies that are obscure and weird, and you can get 10 for $10. You know what I mean? You're not wasting a whole bunch of money, and it's fun to sit down with friends and watch shitty horror movies as well. So I think as far as a value proposition, they're okay. But when I like a movie, no, I'm not gonna watch Harry Potter on DVD. You can kiss my ass. That's not happening. But for like a movie such as Two Lovers, which we'll talk about at some point,
Please no.
I'm not buying that on Blu-ray. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm totally fine with the DVD.
I am willing to accept DVDs for one thing and one thing only.
Oh, the one thing I forgot to say,
as coasters for my pop. Yes.
Oh, well, I was gonna say where they don't have the Blu-ray release, because there are some movies stuck.
That's
on
what I
DVD.
was gonna say.
Yeah, and then there are even some movies still that haven't made it over from VHS to DVD. If you didn't know that,
I know.
I mean, some of the more obscure things, but it's true. So
there's a specific movie starring Pierce Brosnan, and it's called Don't Talk to Strangers. And it might be terrible now, I don't know, but I remember it being so good. And that has never even made it to DVD. It's like, forget Blu-ray or 4K, it's never even made it to DVD. So it's just on VHS. I had the VHS somewhere. I thought it was near. And then the, like bootleg copies that people have taken of their VHS and put them onto DVDs.
Oh my God, where they're literally VHS quality, but it's
Yeah.
just to preserve the movie, not
Ex-
to have a higher quality.
Right. Remember how that, and this isn't what this is about, but I have to mention it. When that was like a major selling point of like DVD writers back in the day, like in the dual DVD VHS VCRs, where they're like, well, you can write your old media onto this DVD, and then
And
you
then
can have
preserve
them
it
on the
forever.
DVD. And it was like,
or white and red for stereo.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's trash quality, but okay.
God, I remember getting my first DVD burner. I got it for like my 10th birthday. Me and my dad went to Comp USA when they were still around, and we bought a DVD burner. And then we took apart the computer and installed it. And then we installed the Nero burning software. And yeah, I pirated movies as a kid. I'm sure everyone did. I don't do it now, but I just remember just having I would have a whole spindle just full of movies. And I thought it was so amazing.
Yeah.
To be able to create DVDs back then, and like I would burn the bootleg versions of movies, that are recorded on like a camera cell phone from like 2007 in the movie theater. Like that's how we used to get the bootleg movies. Such a different time period, but yeah. So DVD has its uses, although if it is your only option, is basically the only time to get it, or if the movie is but you want to have some enjoyment factor out of it.
I see. I just rent things.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I was really big into Family Video until they closed down just a few years ago. Like I was one of the few people that would go in there. It was like me and a group of 70-year-olds.
Oh, of course.
80-year-olds and 90-year-olds. Like I would just rent things if it was something that I hadn't seen that I was like I wondered about, or it just caught my eye. I would go to Family Video. Now it's Redbox, which doesn't have as many options, obviously, since it's all just in a vending machine. But yeah, I'll still just do that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because I don't want my limited space already as it is occupied by things that I don't necessarily like, but I don't know. I just figured I'd throw that out there. But yes, if it doesn't come on Blu-ray or 4K or whatever, and that is your only option, then I think that's acceptable. I do have one DVD, and it is this weird like John Lennon docudrama kind of thing, like like a biopic or biopic.
You don't have
anything
else on DVD.
Oh, the Halloween Town movies.
That's it? Like you've sold everything else that was on.
Yep.
That's insane.
Because I upgraded. And those were the only two options that couldn't be upgraded. So Halloween Town 1, 2, and 3, which is Halloween Town High, and the John Lennon movie called John Lennon in His Life. So correction, 3 of them. I have 3 of them, and that's it. That is the only DVDs I have. Everything else is Blu-ray and 4K. So and the occasional VHS is around, but I don't actually use those.
I have so many DVDs, it's not even funny still. I have probably just as many DVDs as Blu-rays, to tell you the truth.
I upgrade, and if I can upgrade, I upgrade and I sell off the previous one or give it away. Whatever to get it, like out of here kind of thing. I just will upgrade to the next thing and then get rid of the old one.
That's crazy.
Whatever way to do it. Garage sales are really handy for that kind of thing. Yeah,
because then the people like me come and buy it all up.
Yeah, which is great. I'll sell you. Well, I don't have DVDs, but if I did have DVDs, I'd sell you them for $1 a piece.
Nice.
So this one is one that I don't think that you are going to care about whatsoever.
Okay.
But some people are really offended by it, and that is hunting and fishing. I think it's useless.
Yeah, I do too.
I feel
Unless you're
mean
gonna-
saying that, but
unless you're gonna eat it. I mean, I don't understand the reason why. Could you imagine if a deer
sure,
just
that
shot
gives you
you
a
because you were
reason
walking
for it.
around?
Right. And it's good for I obviously I'm being, a bit
Humanitarian about it.
theatrical. Well,
Humanitarian? Would it be more animalitarian? Makes you wonder.
no, that's not even where I'm going with it. But I have to be a little, theatrical when I say useless. I'm like, that's useless. Because
Yeah.
I don't think it's useless. I think if you enjoy fishing, cool. I think it's boring. If you enjoy hunting, cool. And there is reasons for it. There is, population control of deer. I understand if there wasn't hunting, they would be running all over the roads even more so than they already do. So there is a need for it, especially if you're hunting and then, you're actually then eating it, over the course of however many months a deer would last you and whatnot. That's all fine. So I really, when I say that it's not needed or it's useless, I'm mostly just sort
So
of like
on a
kidding,
surface level, basically.
tongue in cheek. But yeah, to me, I don't see the appeal of it, and I just never have.
Yep, I agree.
It's a little too manly for me.
You know what? That's also true. Me too.
Yep.
So, I'm sure you could relate to this one, but I just figured this out when I was at Kohl's the other day, trying to replace the exact same jacket that I had last year. That there was a hole in it, and I couldn't really fix it without it looking too janky. So
Sure.
I wanted to get the exact same coat.
Okay.
And maybe I have to wash it a few more times, but it just didn't seem like it fit the same, even though it was the same brand, same fit, same everything.
Okay.
But I hate online clothes shopping because everything in this store was either in the warehouse ready for pickup in the in your online order pickup section,
Mhm.
or ready to order it online. To save space, and I'm assuming the cost of having employees putting things on the floor, or just operating costs in general, their hours are completely slashed. They're probably saving money hand over fist, but their selection is a quarter of what it used to be. I felt like I was walking around a TJ Maxx, not a Kohl's. It was so barren and terrible. And when I'm a short guy, all right, not everything fits me the way I want, and I have to try on like everything before I buy it for the most part. And
which is
there's
smart.
not a lot to try on, and everyone's all like, well, get it online. If it doesn't fit, you just return it. I don't want to have to print out a label, put it back in the box, potentially drive it to the store. I don't care if the shipping cost is covered. What a pain.
I will say this, and I don't know why I'm defending this because I mostly agree with you, but when it comes to Kohl's specifically, you just bring in the item and they package it up and send it off for you.
Okay,
So
well,
you
I
don't
was
have
just
to
saying,
print off a label,
like Amazon in that
but
case.
it does take time. It's like Amazon, right? Which, God, Amazon. Jeff Bezos, you are lucky that it's as easy to return things to you guys as it is. Because let me tell you what, if it wasn't, I'd have some very unkind words for you, sir. Because your company, I don't even know if I should say this, but he's not watching. Your company sucks, man.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Get it together.
I'm surprised that all of my Shout Factory Halloween movies arrived in flawless condition.
I am even more shocked.
Yeah,
everything I order from
right?
them comes, yes.
Okay.
Everything I order from them comes like bent in half.
That's what was happening to like half of my Harry Potter 4Ks. They were like cracked in the corners, and like the spindles were cracked in the middle. Like, just I don't even know. Like someone wiped their ass with the package
it
or
makes
something,
me
or
so
sat on it.
Angry. And honestly, there was a story like 6 months ago that was like Amazon no longer requiring factory workers to take drug tests. And I'm like, There's the reason. There we
They're
go.
just smoking a blunt on the delivery.
Anything, apparently. I mean, they don't get tested for anything. So, well, the delivery drivers do. It's the factory workers don't. So
Yeah,
delivery
as they're
drivers,
packaging and handling your item.
A lot of insurance issues that come into play if you're not drug testing for drivers. But yeah, all the people that are packaging up your stuff are not being drug tested. So I'm not saying they're all, druggies smoking crack in the warehouse, but judging by some of the things that I've come across, I would say that they most certainly
sure seems
are.
like it, huh?
Yeah. And is again crack, not weed, crack. Because
crack is whack.
That's indeed. Either that or
you know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna insert a video clip over us right now. The lights. No. Even better. The lights turn on, and it's Pee Wee. This is crack. He does like this crack PSA.
Yeah.
If you've ever heard of it, and I'm just gonna overlay the video. Hopefully I can sync it up. It'll be funny. But yeah, so Pee Wee says crack is whack,
familiar.
kids. So yeah, that was from so online shopping can be a pain in general. So for even a lot of stuff you order on Amazon, I end up just ordering it on Best Buy, not even curbside pickup. I just do the in-store pickup for my reservations for games and movies, and I still end up driving there and getting it, and then maybe that way, if the copy is too fucked up, I can request a different one if I'm feeling
I've done that
ballsy
before.
that day.
It's they look at you like you're they roll your eyes at you and everything.
Whatever.
It's so annoying.
If I'm paying full price, I want it to look good, so that's not my problem.
A huge fan of getting anything online unless I really trust the company, because I swear Amazon, you order from them if you want your stuff bent in half, and Best Buy, you order from them if you want your stuff arrived scratched. So it's whatever your preference is.
Pick your poison.
But some companies are really good about it. But or if you're just buying something off of eBay that you really already know that it can't be screwed up in some way. Here's an interesting one. I don't know how you feel about this. I feel like you're going to be on my side though. But some people are probably going to burn down my house with these things, and that is fireworks. I don't get it. I don't get it. Are you supposed to like them? Because I don't.
It's something that I grew out of. As a kid, I thought they were awesome. And that's just the dinky, and when I mean kid, I mean a 5-year-old. When you get the Phantom Fireworks Kmart giant pack of various different kinds of things and sparklers and the snakes and just a couple big ones, but a lot of little Roman candles, whatever. Is that
Keep in mind, I'm not talking about lighting them yourself. I get the appeal of that. I'm talking about watching fireworks. You go to a place to watch them.
I would never get in my car and drive there to watch fireworks. I can see them from my house quite often on the 4th of July, really, really, really extravagant kinds. And
I don't even care though.
It
look
might
out my window at it.
Honestly, if they weren't so loud and it didn't drive my dog absolutely batshit for a week, I wouldn't really care.
A month, really. Maybe more.
But the thing that I hate the most is on 4th of July, you kind of amp up and you expect it. But in the beginning, the middle, and end of July, just hearing bottle rockets and the odd firework in the middle of the day, it's just what are you doing? You can tell it's some punk ass kid probably shooting a bottle rocket out of his butthole, like Jackass style, if kids do that stuff anymore. Just really, that's what I think of. Just some stupid pyrotechnic. There's something I would do when I was a kid.
You I remember even see them during the day,
and it's stupid. And I remember setting off fireworks as a 15-year-old kid with my friends, thinking it was hilarious. I remember one time and this is really stupid, but whatever. One time my friends, we were in the basement. He takes a tennis ball, sprays it with Axe, lights it on fire, and everyone's just like bouncing it around and kicking it and shit in the basement. And this was just something that we did for fun. So it's a punk kid thing. No, I don't care about fireworks. I mean, yeah, I'm indifferent towards not liking it. I don't hate them and I don't like them, I guess.
Yeah. I don't understand. And if you do, that's cool. I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade. In fact, I like that you guys like them. It makes it so I, have more alone time while everybody while everybody is watching fireworks. I can finally get some peace and quiet. I sound like I literally, in my own mind, I feel like I'm Clint Eastwood from Gran Torino, but yeah, I don't know. It's like people they drive long distances and they sit down and they wait for hours, and then finally it begins, and then it lasts for like 40 minutes, and I'm just like,
it'd be like fireworks at like Walt Disney World with like characters dancing as part of a light show and there's music. I can get. Like that's theatrics.
Right. Yeah. That's a little bit different. That's like a once
off
a trip
like a performance.
Thing.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess whatever. I'm not a big fan. But I think this next topic, it's not the big daddy topic, but it's certainly divisive enough, and it comes with some preface. And it's just a surface level examination of this. We'll have a future episode detailing it more if Brandon wants to do it. Is I wasn't always an Xbox guy, but in the 360 era, I became a pretty big Xbox fan. And when I say that, that does not mean that I hate PlayStation by any stretch. That doesn't mean that I think it's garbage. In fact, the only PlayStation products I've never owned are the PS4, weirdly enough, and the PS5 and the PS Vita. But I had everything else. The PS3 is one of my favorite consoles of all time. The PSP is my favorite handheld of all time.
God,
I know, but it's true.
I can't believe that. I am a Sony fan. Obviously, it's the only systems I have besides the Switch, and I could not stand the PSP.
I thought, dude, it was almost like the Switch before the Switch. Like it had console ports that were albeit graphically inferior, but there were a lot of full console games on the PSP. And it came out in 2005. The first game I ended up getting for it was Goblet of Fire on PSP, which I still have. I was amazed that it was the same game minus like one level.
I kept having the pixels dying on mine.
Really?
It was driving me
I have
up a
the
wall.
coolest PSP story. So my mom is a retail therapy addict, I would say. Not so much as back in the day, but my brother and I would be at the mall all the time, and there was a GameStop at this mall, and I would always be at this GameStop. It's where I would trade things in, buy games, what have you. So I became, even though I was a stupid punk kid, I became cool with these employees because I would see them so much. I know it sounds bizarre, but I remember the guy who worked at GameStop. His name was Ross.
Of course it was.
I told him that I broke my PSP because I did. I dropped it and it landed face first on the cement floor of the basement, and it shattered the inner LCD of the screen. And I told him about it. He goes, I can fix it for you, bro. I'm like, you can fix PSPs? He goes, I got you, man. I fix it. He goes, bring it in. I didn't want to tell my mom because the PSP was a whopping $250. So that was a really expensive gadget to break. Mind you, the DS was $150. So it was already a big stretch to buy this when I already had the original DS. Anyway, long story short, I bring in my PSP. Ross just goes to the back and opens a box and hands me a brand new PSP and just takes my old one. And then his boss goes, what are you doing? He goes, he had a warranty. I'm just replacing this for him. He goes, okay. So I got a free PSP from this guy. So I have a lot of memories with PSP. Maybe that's why, a lot of my favorite is always rooted in nostalgia. But as far as
Yeah.
Xbox is concerned, the 360 was just so much better than the PS3 for the first 4 to 5 years of the PS3's life that I put up with all the bullshit that I went through with having 5 Xbox 360s break on me through various issues. Also, Xbox Live was almost perfect for that time. The voice quality was bad, but it had so many features that PSN couldn't rival. It was $50 a year. Yeah, but you really got your money's worth out of it. The exclusives were killer. The multi-plat versions of any game on PS3 is arguably better on the 360. I just fell so in love with the Xbox brand at that time. And then I got a PS3. It was a dedicated Blu-ray player, basically. And then as time went on,
which is funny because Blu-ray is Sony.
Yeah, which is on Xbox
their company. Now. Yeah, I know, but it just was so ironic to me because Sony could have really screwed over Xbox if they wanted to. They could have screwed over Microsoft by saying, nope.
Yeah, you can't use this.
That was their technology,
then,
and
so I started playing...
Microsoft initially, at least, was using HD DVD.
Oh yeah, I know all about that because I was on the side of HD DVD as well as being an Xbox fan at the time. I still am. So I know all about how they bet the farm and lost on that bad boy. But even the Xbox One, dude, my friends were playing on Xbox. That's just what I ended up playing.
What's the unpopular opinion?
I prefer Xbox. So like Xbox One, I had that for the whole duration of the last half of the last console generation, and I didn't get the PS4. The Xbox Series X has pretty much already outsold the Xbox One, believe it or not. That thing is a shit pile. Everyone hated that console, and that was the one that I played alongside the Switch for that whole generation.
It surprises me. Obviously, we've had this conversation before, and it really surprised a lot of people. Jake, James, you name it. Because you're like, the PS4 sucks, and everybody was like, what? and I'm surprised you got out of that situation without being alive. Because people have very strong feelings for the PS4. Very strong feelings, and so I think you may have learned something that day, but yeah, it really shocked me that you somehow skipped over that generation. That being said, it's another situation of it being probably 50-50. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily like an unpopular opinion to say that you prefer one over the other. Everybody does that. So,
well, I guess just for that specific generation, I guess I shot myself in the foot by saying that I don't have the PS4, and eventually I'll get, when they redesign the PS5 and it doesn't look like a hovercraft modem, I'll, and that you can find it in stores, I'll get one.
That's
PS4
the big thing.
Compatible.
I'll play
these PS4 classics eventually.
I don't know how much they could possibly change the appearance of it, to be honest with you. It's gigantic for a reason. And yeah, I would say the same thing. Good luck finding one. I mean, I have one, and
I think
they haven't been in stock again for over a year. So
for you gaming enthusiasts, as far as modern consoles, Brandon and I do have the latest, but we both have the opposite. He has PS5, as you mentioned, and I have Series X, as I've probably said a million times over as well. But the Series X is getting pretty popular, so I guess I couldn't say that one is an unpopular opinion, but yeah.
Just maybe, since the fact that you can find a Series X or S
maybe
nearly everywhere.
And I've never seen one.
And see, even you saying maybe a Series S, you can't find either version of the PS5 anywhere, my friend.
Yeah,
Anywhere.
it's
Doesn't matter which version it is.
It's because of how popular the PS4 was that the scalpers latched onto it. If the Xbox was the king last generation, then it would have flip-flopped, or the Series X would have been that, because you can sell the PS5 for more than you can for the Series X. And I gotta say this too, Best Buy is fucking disgusting for what they did with PS5. You have to be like in this signed up membership program that I believe you have to even pay for to have the ability to get these consoles.
I got it from Best Buy.
But it's like a recent thing that they did. Which happened in the last week. I don't know it verbatim. I'll send it to you at some point.
Okay.
But Best Buy's on my shit list. So I think one of the last couple things I have to talk about here are just a couple movie related things.
The next one. I have a movie related one as well that's not
so save that
down.
for that discussion.
Yeah, that one I don't even have written down, but we've talked about this one before. It blew your minds. It blew my mind that you felt differently. That I despise might be too strong of a word, but I feel very strongly against reading books on a tablet or a phone or anything that is a piece of technology. If I'm reading a book, I'm reading a book, physical book. So it's the only way I read books.
Which also takes up more of your physical precious space, but I only read physical books.
Get rid of them usually as well.
Really? I didn't know you
unless
do that
they're
too.
Important to me. Yep, I'll sell them.
Interesting. Yeah, because I mean, if it's something that I'm interested in, yeah, I could read it with the Amazon Prime free subscription thing, and if I like it, then I'll just order it and have it shipped to the house. I guess it's like the same thing with the DVD aspect of it, where it's like you kind of dabble your toes in, you know what you're getting into, and then you can fully enjoy it on a better platform when you have it. That's just, I guess, the way I look at it. But I mean, I hate to say it, I don't read a whole lot anymore. I used to, but just like everybody else says, oh, I used to read, I don't anymore. But yeah, there's that. I guess I don't have
never heard anybody say that before.
Really?
Except you.
Yeah, well, I'm just full of surprises. Everybody knows that.
Indeed.
But I'm not too passionate about that really, so I don't have a whole lot to say.
It surprised me that you did it at all. That was way back during our first episode, I think. No,
Well,
it might have been our second episode.
I just got hard on the technology train again. Like I fell off it like when I went to college, and like that's why I didn't get the PS4 and Xbox One when it came out, because they came out like a little bit after I was going to college. And I just didn't care. I was just focused on other things. They weren't good things, but I was just focused on other things. So I just kind of skipped it. And then I was given an Xbox One, and then my friends already had them. And I love Halo. I absolutely love Halo. We talked about that numerous times. So I guess that's how that happened. But I got heavily into the media scene again, and then I just went all out with the technology, as you know, with my Jenga tower. So maybe it's an excuse to use the tower.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm not too passionate about that one.
That's cool. What's your next
okay,
one?
So I guess the last things are just unpopular movie opinions, just some things with franchises and what have you. This is where the Big Daddy
should I
comes in.
Go through my last few that aren't movie related then?
Go for it.
Okay. Reality TV.
Oh, garbage.
A lot of people like that.
It's all
not
fake.
A fan.
They're directed to do certain things.
I do like some fake ones though. I mean, unless you're the Osbournes.
I know you like wrestling as well, which is fake. So there you go.
I don't like wrestling.
I thought you liked wrestling. All your old school action figures from when you were a kid.
Yeah, that was when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the whole point. It was big in the 90s.
Okay, yeah, I thought you still liked it, because some people at work still really enjoy it. Like,
I know
still watch it.
I look upon them in awe and confusion when they have conversations about it. No, I can't stand wrestling. And that might be another unpopular opinion as well. I don't know. But no, I liked it when I was a kid for a very specific moment of time. Which if you guys watched our 90s nostalgia, you'd see that.
Well, as a kid, it's different, you know, and as an adult,
yeah,
I
100%. Yeah, I know.
I'll agree with you there.
Nope. But the Osbournes was a fun show.
You got any guns on you?
Cool.
No, Poppy. No, Poppy. I ain't your pop.
It's coming back.
Oh God.
And obviously Cops is real. There's no getting out of that one. The Osbournes was probably fake, but yeah, I'm really, in general, I'm not a fan of reality TV. Some people just absolutely eat it up, and I'm like, nope. Sports.
Yeah,
I'm not a
sports
fan
guy.
of any sports, playing them, watching them, anything. Except bowling. I bowl.
Really?
I like
okay.
it.
So I played Little League
like
for a while as a kid. And baseball is the only sport that I know all the rules to and know how to play. So I guess I could say that I like it only for the fact that I played it for so long as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, you know more than me about it. That's for sure.
I do have the only sports game I own that isn't like a Mario themed or some shit like that is this one, which is probably the best baseball game I've ever played, which isn't saying much because how good are baseball games really? But yeah,
and I'm sure it's gotten better since then. Yeah, I wish truly, out of all the things I mentioned, I don't give a crap about.
I wish I understood football. I wish I could talk to people at work about their fantasy league. I wish I could watch it with people and enjoy it the same way they do, but I don't care.
I've always been so fascinated by the people we work with on a Sunday that will gravitate.
Oh God.
Well, of course that, but where the game will be on the TV at the bar, and then they'll just walk over and they'll be like they're so entranced by it.
Even management goes around the corner to check what's going on, and then comes around the corner and freaks out when things aren't going their way.
One specific person, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll agree with you there. You got it.
Of course I did.